Today I am going over this incredible Blue Eyes deck profile for Master Duel. Now, as you can see already from the incredible amount of ultra rare cards here, this is not budget friendly. There is, in my opinion, really no way to make Blue Eyes budget friendly. Beyond that, it is also not mega competitive. In my opinion, this list is really solid though. For what Blue Eyes can do, I really like this list, and you can reach Platinum in my opinion. But you're gonna have a much tougher time than some of the tier 1 decks out there. With that being said, we have our Blue Eyes White Dragon 3 times here, ultra rare. You don't necessarily need to craft this because you can get this from that starter deck thingy. And if you didn't choose a starter deck, you can also do the solo mode to unlock that starter deck still. So 2 of those you will just have just like that. So we're running the 3 Blue Eyes. Then we have our 1 White Stone of Legend. If this card is sent to the graveyard, add 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. We have a billion ways to send this to the graveyard, so we'll be able to always have a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Then we have our Sage with Eyes of Blue. When this card is normal summoned, add 1 level 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand, except Sage with Eyes of Blue. You can discard this card, then target 1 effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck. So you're basically able to have one of your rocks, like White Stone of Legend or White Stone of Ancients, discard this, special summon a Blue Eyes monster from the deck just like that. Then we have our Shinier Rock. This one is once per turn during the end phase. If this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck. So again, more Blue Eyes, adding and summoning and so forth. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Next, we have Maxi, because Maxi is absolutely broken. Maxi and Ash are basically our way to kind of try and level the playing field. Our opponent is a crazy combo deck who does all the BS. If we are able to Maxi them somehow, at least we'll be able to have a lot of cards with which we maybe can break their board. Oh, also, this is not a Chaos Max version of the deck. I see a lot of people playing that. It's fun, but I think this is definitely more viable than the Chaos Max version. Then we have 3 Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. This is basically the best tool this archetype got in years. It was quite a while ago. How many years ago? Is it 5 years ago? No, it's 6. What the fuck, I'm getting old. Okay, cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned from your hand by revealing 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand. Super easy. Everything in this deck gets you Blue Eyes White Dragon. You can only special summon 1 Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon once per turn this way. This card's name becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon while on the field or in the graveyard. This is very important because it needs to still count as a pure Blue Eyes in order to get other effects to go off. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and this card cannot attack the turn this effect is activated. That doesn't matter though. Like, we can just destroy something to break some boards, and then we can get rid of this with a variety of other things. Like, maybe we can Synchro it away, Exceed it away, and then we at least got that destruction value out of it. Next, we have 1 Dragon Spirit of White. This card is always treated as a Blue Eyes card. This card is treated as a normal monster while in the hand or graveyard. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 spell or trap your opponent controls, banish it. So this is helping with breaking some boards sometimes, but the thing is that it's not the most powerful card and we can search it anyway. So it's utility, but we don't need to run high amounts of copies. If your opponent controls a monster, quick effect, you can tribute this card, special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. So then we have 1 Monster Reborn. Again, just extension, and also really good because this deck runs, you know, just gigantic stupid monsters. Then we have 3 Trade-In. So this card, I have a love-hate relationship with in this deck. It is required. You know, you are able to get some of your powerful boys in the graveyard like that and then re-summon them back and get value and so forth. And you can draw 2 cards, so you dig deeper for your good cards. But if you activate this, you discard your level 8. And then your opponent ashes you, you just gave up 2 whole cards to then not have anything. So that really, really hurts. But it is what it is. Now we have Melody of Awakening Dragon. Discard 1 card, add up to 2 dragon monsters with 3000 or more attack and 2500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. So this is going to add you your Blue Eyes White Dragon or your Blue Eyes Alternative, well, basically both of them, and you have access to those cards. Once again, discard a card together with this, and then Ash just goes, Lamau, fuck you. So that's why these 2 cards are just risky as hell, but when they go off, it's high payoff. Then we have Return of the Dragon Lords. Target 1 level 7 or 8 dragon monster in your graveyard, special summon it. If a dragon monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So this adds protection to your stuff, and it's also essentially a Monster Reborn, but for your bigger dragons. Then we have Pot of Desires, because this deck really needs to plus. I know it hurts to banish a good piece from the deck, especially if you're starting to banish like your Blue Eyes and so forth. That really hurts. But in order to go toe-to-toe with some of the best decks out there, we need that extra card to have as much value as them. Then we have one Bingo Machine Go. Reveal 3 cards from your deck that each meets at least one of the criteria listed below. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to add to your hand and shuffle the rest into your deck. So it needs to be a Blue Eyes monster or a spell/trap that specifically lists the card Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, except Bingo Machine. So this is a really fun card. I really like this, both the art and just what it does. Choose your good stuff, you know, all of the cards that are Blue Eyes cards, and then your opponent basically gets to randomly pick one, and boom, you get it to add it to your hand. Then we have one Silver Scry. You target a dragon normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So this is basically slightly worse, the Return of the Dragon Lord, but you can only play 3, so we have Silver Scry. Also, this is a quick play though, so that can come up. Then we have 2 Called by the Grave. This is basically when our opponent ashes us on these 2 crucial cards, we can just go nope. And then also we have Vanity's Emptiness. So this is a floodgate that people hate, of course. It says neither player can special summon monsters. If a card is sent from the deck or the field to your graveyard, destroy this card. This card stops our opponent from playing the game. And we really need that. We need to be able to make our ridiculous board. You know, we have some very powerful cards in the extra, or with our Blue Eyes and so forth. And then we need to Vanity's Emptiness, and our opponent doesn't get to play the game anymore. That's the way Blue Eyes has a better shot of winning. Then we have Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. If this card is special summoned or a level 5 or higher monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, target one special summoned monster your opponent controls, return that target to the hand. So this is really good because it doesn't destroy, meaning your opponent might have a monster that doesn't die to destruction. A lot of the best monsters have it, you know. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects, blah, blah, blah. And this card gets around that. If your opponent has something that can be destroyed, you can Blue Eyes alternative it anyway. So this is basically like the alternative to alternative, if you're unable to use that. Now you might think, how the hell are we making this card? Well, we have another card here that specifically says you can tribute this Synchro summoned card, special summon one Light Dragon Synchro monster. And this is a Light Dragon Synchro monster. So that's how we get it out. There's no other way. Next, we have the Spice. Stardust Spark Dragon. Once per turn, quick effect. You can target one face-up card you control. Once during this turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So this protects something. Now you may notice this is a Light Dragon. That is important, because we are able to special it out with our Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. But note how Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon says, but destroy it during the end phase of this turn. So whatever Blue Eyes Spirit makes dies at the end of the turn. Stardust Spark can choose to negate that, because it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. It can choose itself as the protected target. So basically, Spirit can make Spark. Spark chooses to not die with its own effect. And now you have this Spark that just isn't going away. And then in your opponent's turn, you can activate Emptiness. And now Spark, whenever they try to get rid of the emptiness, maybe they do Mystical Space Typhoon or a Lightning Storm or whatever, and they out the emptiness, you can go, no. Stardust Spark targets one face-up card, your emptiness, and once during this turn, it can now not be destroyed by battle doesn't matter, or card effects. So that's just a little cheeky way for your opponent to not out the emptiness, which is really cool that this deck has access to. Then we have one Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. If this card is special summoned until the end of the next turn, neither player can target dragon monsters you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by card effects. So this is just protection for all of your dragon stuff, and then once per turn during your standby phase, you can target one normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it, so you're able to get back your Blue Eyes. Then we have a Cloud Castle. This can basically special summon this or this, and that means that you have a Cloud Castle and another 9, and you can overlay them into calamities. That's right. That's what this deck is also able to do. You know, Blue Eyes basically needs to be able to do unfair things in order to win against all the other unfair decks. So we have our Cloud Castle to do that. Next, we have Blue Eyes Spirit. Basically the best thing we can make, I would say. Neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. Once per turn, when an effect of a card in the graveyard is activated, quick effect, you can negate the activation. So this is really nice. There's a lot of decks out there with crazy graveyard effects, and this basically says nope. And then if they play through that, you can tribute this and special summon one Light Dragon Synchro monster, so you might be able to then either make this, which gives you a bunch of protection for the turn, or this to basically spin the card. And that is at least one really solid way to negate our opponent's plays. And then we have Alzi, the Sylvan High Protector. 2 level 8 monsters, so it's easy to make. You know, we have a billion ways to special summon Blue Eyes. We overlay them into this. Once per turn, you can declare one card name, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a declared card, add it to your hand. Otherwise, send it to the graveyard. Alright, if a card is sent from your deck to the graveyard by a card effect, except during the damage step, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, target one card on the field, place that target on either the top or bottom of the deck. So you can basically just out stuff this way. You can, just like the Rose, you know, you can get rid of cards that can't be destroyed with this. Next, we have another level 8, again, easy to make. This card can attack your opponent directly while it has Xyz material. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target one phase-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a spell or trap card or another monster's effect is activated, detach one Xyz material from this card, negate the activation. So this has a solid negate built in, but what it can also do is literally just attack directly so that you can make a very easy Zeus. So if your opponent only has like a huge monster that you can't get over, none of your shit can get over it, this can at least just attack right under it, and then you're able to make a Zeus. And of course, maybe it can also just destroy. It depends on the situation. Very versatile card. Then we have our Galaxy Eyes Full Armor. 3 level 8 monsters. You can also Xyz this card by using a Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster you control as material. Once per turn, you can target up to 2 equip cards equipped to this card, attach them to this card as material. Or once per turn, you can detach one material from this card and target one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it. So this is just real big. And you can Xyz it with Galaxy Eyes monsters, meaning something like a Galaxy Eyes Cypher right here, but we'll get to that. Then we have our Hope Harbinger. This might be the best level 8 Xyz in the game, at least that's legal. Once per turn, when a spell card or effect is activated on the field, quick effect, you can negate that effect, and if you do, attach that card to this card. To steal an opponent's card is better than just destroying it. Beyond that, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can detach one material from this card, change the attack target to this card, and perform damage calculation. So this way, if they were trying to make an easy Zeus by attacking into one of your smaller things, if you have small things, you can just redirect the attack to this. If a face-up Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one face-up Xyz monster you control. It gains attack equal to one of those destroyed monsters. That doesn't really come up that often. Most important part though is that negate and steal that makes this card so amazing. Next, we have our Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Monsters you control cannot attack your opponent directly for the rest of this turn, except this card. Also, take control of the targeted monster until the end phase. So you can steal a card, you can basically get rid of it because it becomes a Galaxy Eyes Cypher. So you're able to make a full armor out of it and they lose the monster. And again, this gets around anti-destruction that way as well. Next, we have our Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. 2 level 8 monsters. Once again, it just has a negate built in. And then we have here our level 9 Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon. You can also Xyz summon this card by using a rank 8 Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster. Again, we run enough of those. Cannot be used as material for an Xyz summon. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, target one card on the field, destroy it. If this Xyz summon card you control is destroyed by battle, with an opponent's attacking monster or destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon and special summon it. So it has a built-in pop, and also it basically gives you another Cypher back. So you get your boy here, Cypher Dragon, back. Then we get to an incredible win con. If we're able to make Cloud Castle with this, we are able to make a Calamities, or maybe it's this. With this, we make Calamities and our opponent doesn't get to play the game. If you've seen my Virtual World budget deck or full power deck, you'll know this card is fucking dumb. You basically tell your opponent, none of your stuff has effects and also they can't attack. Then we have a Zeus. As you know or don't know, Zeus is basically the ultimate way to break boards. He sends everything, he gets around destruction protection, and he's super easy to make. All you need to do is make an Xyz and have that Xyz attack, which is really easy because we have a billion Xyz in this deck that are all really easy to summon. So that was the Blue Eyes list. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, I have a Twitch, twitch.tv/realsolemn if you want to watch me play Master Duel, so go follow me there. I will see you soon. Ciao.